Hi, I'm Rabbi Michael Hilton,
And I'm Harith Ramli.
and on May the 10th in the evening at the Liberal Jewish Synagogue, London, we're going to be talking about the importance of Jerusalem in Judaism and Islam. William Blake wrote about building Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. For our Christian friends, the New Jerusalem is an important concept. But is it so for Jews and for Muslims? What does Jerusalem mean for us today in our faiths? Is it a place of connection with God? What do you think, Harith?
Oh, most definitely so. In fact, it is one of the three most important holy sites in the Islamic tradition after Mecca and the city of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, Medina. But actually, to better answer this question, I'll throw back the question to you, Michael, if you don't mind, because it will actually illuminate why it's important for Muslims. Why is the city of Jerusalem important for the Jewish tradition? Why do you love Jerusalem?
Well, Harith, it's strange in a way because the city isn't mentioned by name in the Torah, hardly occurs in that narrative at all. It was later on that it was captured by King David around 3,000 years ago. And then his son, King Solomon, built the house of God there, the house which was the very center of Jewish worship for hundreds of years until it was destroyed twice, in fact, once by the Babylonians in the year 586 BCE, and secondly by the Romans in the year 70. And ever since then, it's been a place of lament, a place of longing, and also a place of hope. At the end of our Passover Seder, we say, next year in Jerusalem. It's as if it's a place we long for, but the Jerusalem we want is never quite there for us. We're still looking for a better future for the city.
I would say that sounds quite familiar, Michael, from our end. And the connection for us, of course, is first historical, because we recognize those prophets of Israel as prophets of God. And all those stories that you might be familiar with from Moses, all the way up to the time of the destruction of the Second Temple, are there within our tradition as well. The figures mentioned and the things they did and what happened to them are important in both our scripture and our narrated traditions. But most importantly, the city is important for one of the most important events that happened within the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, which is his night journey, when he traveled miraculously from Mecca to Jerusalem, and then ascended to heaven, where he met God directly. And from this direct encounter, we received our 5 daily prayers. And there's an interesting story to tell about this, because he encounters the Prophet Moses here, which I won't go into now. I will leave it for the session. But in our everyday life, our everyday prayers, in fact, we strive to recreate this as a deep connection. So this, as a prophetic saying goes, the prayer is the ascension of the believer. So the city is important not only for its kind of historical and its physical reality, but also for its deeper spiritual and symbolic reality as well.
That's fascinating, because Jerusalem is mentioned in our prayers too. And in our modern progressive tradition, we pick up Isaiah's words that God's house in Jerusalem should in future be a place of prayer for all peoples. I'm looking forward to widening the conversation with you, Harith, on May the 10th, and inviting others to join us in what promises to be a fascinating evening.
I look forward to it too, Michael.
Thank you.